This is Paul. Yeah, I was reading the new Merriam-Webster dictionary. Yeah, they have what's called a slave. A Slavic people. These are Slavs. Yes, contemporary. And then there's slaved, as in slaving, to work like a slave. A slaver is to slobber. A ship of persons is a slaver. Then you have slavery, a wearisome drudgery, the condition of being a slave, the practice of owning slaves, servitude, bondage, enslavement. Now, I know when you talk about slavery, you wouldn't think of technology that puts the hair of the population on the lizard grid just because you had to have the hair because you're law enforcement. But when you put any nerve or muscle of any American citizen on any system so as to enslave them to your systems because you have to control the population. There are certain laws that make it illegal to enslave American citizens. Now, I got to thinking about that secret society, the treasure chest that I'm starting, and there are some very attractive women that have very long hair, luxurious hair, and it might be that I need to put the hair and their tongues on the left nipple that goes on the clitoris. Now, who is it that thought that they were going to have to put all the beauticians and cosmetologists and those that clip and cut hair, they were going to have to take the hair of the population and put it on the lizard grid so that they could be on them whenever they want? Now, law enforcement, sheriffs, those elected and appointed oaths of office, those that are judges and justices and attorneys, I'm going to want to know who has been cutting the hair of those that have the authority in the United States. Then if I find that they've been clipping a lizard into the hair so as to enslave populations of citizens, I'm going to ask the five brothers in the military to show them the pain that the electric grid can cause to those that have their hair on the grid. Now, the enslavement of the American population is going to need to stop. And I'm just suggesting to the United States military, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and the National Guard, that we need to take the hair off the grid. Now, Sheriff, you're going to need to enforce the laws of the United States. And every system that has been used to enslave the population so that you could be on them is going to need to be removed from the bodies of reasonably and prudent American citizens. And if there needs to be an aggressor, my suggestion is go with the Marines first and let them show you what it's like to have discharged large amounts of electricity so as to electrocute every sheriff and cop in the nation.